bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
North Alabama is full of adventure. If you love food, we've got it. If you love festivals, we've got them. If you love the outdoors, we've got plenty of places to explore. Whatever you love, we're sure to have something for you. For all things North Alabama, check out northalabama.org.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated, chili lime glory, and you can snap up 2 of them for $6, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get 2 legendary pork chop grillers for just $6, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
With a house surrounded by pine trees planted in 1961, April and I knew it was time to do something about it. So we called James Paul. With over 25 years in the business, James Paul Tree Service offers their knowledge and experience, along with honesty and dependability, which gives you peace of mind when it comes to tree removal, tree cleanup, and clearing. Give James Paul a call at 256-777-0711.
Before they fall, give James Paul a call.
For those of us who are directly responsible for the care of loved ones, we want to do the very best we can to take care of them. This is where estate planning is so important. With estate planning, you can still take care of your loved ones even when you're gone. I encourage you to make a plan by going to BamaEstatePlanning.com. Harlan Mitchell has all the tools you need to make a solid plan for your family, just like I did. That's BamaEstatePlanning.com. Make a plan and do it today. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air,
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
Hey everybody, this is Daryl Worley, and you're listening to The Mark White Show. Hey, step up and make a difference like he does.
This old world is full of hurt and pain. A little sunshine and a whole lot of rain. It don't take much to drive those clouds away. Let's all do something good today. You never know what someone's going through. Don't underestimate what you can do. A friendly smile's a tiny price to pay. Let's all do something good today.
welcome to another edition of the Mark White Show. Today I am taking you out to San Angelo, Texas, outside of Abilene, Texas, where I have relatives in that area. And Amanda Hedrick Kelly, my cousin, she shared about Kelly Monse and an accident that he had. She shared the GoFundMe that was started by his daughter, Meagan Hays. So I reached out to Meagan and asked her if she wanted to come on the show to bring awareness to this fundraiser. And we're talking about San Angelo, Texas, Ballinger, Texas, a lot of people who are coming together to help the Monse family. Welcome to the Mark White Show, Meagan Hays.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you, and the Mark White Show's just here to help. If you want to share what's happened to your father since September 23rd, give people a background of what he's gone through to the point where we are today.
Sure. So, like you said, on the 23rd, Dad works out of town, and so he leaves about 6 in the morning, so it was dark. Unfortunately, somebody tried to pass a car and hit him head on in his lane, came into his lane. And so he ended up basically smashing the left side of his body, just kind of top to bottom. I was looking at the injuries before we talked, and we have ankle, knee, thigh, hip, 7 ribs on the left, 2 on the right, sternum, vertebrae, nose, and teeth. So, poor guy. Let me back up a little. So they used a helicopter to get him to San Angelo, which is about an hour from where he was. And they did a few surgeries here. That's where I live. And then they took him on an airplane to San Antonio, Texas, which is about 3 more hours from us. And that's where he is now. He was in a trauma hospital for 12 days. Just today, he got moved to a rehab hospital. So that's where we are now in San Antonio.
As you mentioned before the conversation started, right now he's in good spirits?
Absolutely, yes. And anybody that knows my dad, he is a jokester. He loves to make people smile. He's the last one to complain about anything. And just for all that he's going through, he's continually thankful for what he does have, and for the love he's getting from Ballinger, as you mentioned, is my hometown and his hometown. Just all the love we're getting, all the prayers. He says he feels those every day.
You know, Meagan, as we think about daily life and think about routines, we don't think about something like this happening. If things are going well, they're just going well. We don't think about something bad happening in our life. But here you are and your family suddenly, after finding out that your dad was in an accident, it changes that routine. Obviously, you've had to make some changes moving forward to try to be supportive of your dad and your other family members.
Absolutely, yes. So my mother, she works at Ballinger Elementary School in the special ed department, and so she has been at my dad's side in San Antonio since day one. So, you know, Dad's been in the hospital 12 days. Mom's been 3 hours from home for 2 weeks now. And their anniversary, bless their hearts, is coming up on Friday. So I know she's going to stay there for a while. And yeah, it does. It totally changes your life, and, you know, getting vehicles back and forth and insurance and everything else. Just all the little things like you think of, or like you mentioned, that you don't think of day to day. All of a sudden they're right in your face. You got to try to figure it out.
It becomes whatever it was times 1,000, right? And with your mom and dad, of course, we want to wish them a very special, happy, early anniversary. How many years have they been married?
Oh, I should have looked that up. I think we're getting close to 30, maybe 31. Oh, I wish I knew that now, Mark. I'm sorry.
I imagine they know, so that's fine. Well, whatever the anniversary year is, we want to congratulate them on that milestone, and I'm glad that your dad is here to celebrate with your mom, even if it's in San Antonio at a rehab. Right. So here's what we want to do. I want to go into another segment, and when we come back, I want to share how people can help your dad. I want to share how people can help your mom, your family moving forward. We've got a lot of listeners out there that are very kind and compassionate people who want to help. They're always ready, willing, and able with whatever I put out there to try to help our communities. And this is very important to me. As I mentioned, having my cousin Amanda share about this fundraiser, I simply wanted to reach out to you, Meagan, and try to help. Will you stick with me?
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, folks, right now we are talking to Meagan Hays in San Angelo, Texas. I hope that you'll stick with us as we continue to talk about her dad, who was in an accident on September 23rd. He's recovering now in San Antonio at a rehab. I'm hoping that in this next segment, you will find a way to make a difference in this family's life. You are listening to The Mark White Show, and I'm your host, Mark White.
Something good today. A little wink, a pat on the back, a big old hug. a little laugh. We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Yeah, every day's a chance to change somebody else's life. Let's all do something good today.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated, chili lime glory, and you can snap up 2 of them for $6, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get 2 legendary pork chop grillers for just $6, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
North Alabama is full of adventure. If you love food, we've got it. If you love festivals, we've got them. If you love the outdoors, we've got plenty of places to explore. Whatever you love, we're sure to have something for you. For all things North Alabama, check out northalabama.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. Losing a loved one is hard, but losing a loved one and not having an estate plan is even harder. Attorney Harlan Mitchell witnessed what not having an estate plan can do to families and decided to use his experience to do something about it. I encourage you to go to BamaEstatePlanning.com or give Harlan Mitchell a call at 256-216-9884. Again, that website is BamaEstatePlanning.com. Let Harlan Mitchell help you with estate planning. Do it for those you love and do it today.
Experience the difference at Athens Bible School. The vision and purpose is to provide each student a quality education in a Christ-centered environment to develop the whole person spiritually, mentally, physically, and socially in safe and supportive surroundings. The solid biblical foundation permeates learning and culture in the classrooms and every extracurricular activity.
Thompson Roofing and Construction is a locally owned family business serving the North Alabama and Southern Tennessee area. They are a Better Business Bureau A+ member since 2011 and a GAF Master Elite contractor. Give them a call at 256-952-3309 or check them out on the web at 256roofing.com. They offer free inspections.
Thompson Roofing and Construction.
Mr. Cecil Batchelor is the one that started this business as Dependable Service Center. And even though now it's Green's Dependable Hardware and we're a True Value store, our tagline is still Your Dependable Service Center. We've tried to keep that alive for all these years. Mr. Batchelor really started a good business. We're really excited to be carrying on a long-standing tradition. It's the oldest retail store in the city of Russellville. We're Green's Dependable Hardware, 15220A Highway 43 in Russellville, Alabama. We're right behind McDonald's or right across the street from the hospital. Number is 256-331-0123.
Your Dependable Service Center.
Hi, I'm Crystal Gale, and you're listening to The Mark White Show. And one smile can make a difference. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Someone loves you, I do.
He drives into the city, works extra hard all day, finishes up early so he can get away. 'Cause there's a blue-eyed kid on second base, wants dad to watch him play. Daddy knows he's
Welcome back to the Mark White Show. I'm glad that you can be with us today as we try to help a family in Ballinger, Texas, San Angelo, Texas. I have on the line with me Meagan Hays, and she has gone through an experience with her dad that none of us ever want to have to go through. I shared with her that my own dad was in an accident when I was in elementary school, and I remember med-flight flying over Athens Elementary School as we were on the playground. I didn't know at that time that it was my dad in the helicopter, but you know what? It was, and he was in a coma for his 29th birthday, and I remember going to the hospital after several weeks and being able to visit with him and him shuffling his feet, trying to learn to walk again, and that's my memory as a child. Here we are right now with Kelly Monse. He's in San Antonio at rehab, and we're trying to help the Monse family moving forward. So I reached out to Meagan Hays, and I'd like to welcome her back to the Mark White Show. Welcome back, Meagan.
Thank you.
As we talk about this fundraiser, I know that the community in Ballinger, San Angelo, Texas, outside of Abilene, has really come together for your family, as we talked about through email.
Absolutely. Ballinger is a small community. I looked it up. It's about 3,600 people, not quite 4,000. And just almost immediately, we were flooded with love. And prayers, of course, are the most important. But also, we do have a helicopter ride and a plane ride to think about. And we do have insurance, of course, but also Mom staying in a hotel like we talked about 3 hours away. So what I'm saying is we were also blessed with people coming forward in Ballinger wanting to do fundraisers. I've heard of bake sales. I've heard of spaghetti dinners, different church events. And then also I went ahead and started a GoFundMe for those who knew my family that were not in Ballinger. So that's, I think, where you found us. On that GoFundMe page.
Absolutely. And how has that GoFundMe done so far?
It's wonderful. I really didn't know what kind of goal to put on there. So I had put a $5,000 goal, and at this moment, we're looking at $3,300, which is amazing.
That is very good. And we want to try to help increase that because, as you mentioned, there are expenses beyond what insurance will cover. And we want to make sure that during this time, the financial burden is not a concern. Our focus needs to be on our loved ones. And that's what I want your family to be able to focus on, your dad and his recovery, and not worry about how we're going to pay this next bill. How's mama going to stay in the hotel for another week? Those are not issues that I want you all to have to worry about.
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly right. It's all the other little things that still have to be paid along the way.
So when we talk about this fundraiser that's been organized through the GoFundMe, I think that's probably a great way for people to donate. How can they find the GoFundMe?
I imagine our name is pretty unique. It's Monse, Monse. I figure if you search for Monse, it's probably going to be one of the only things that come up. And I have it listed as Monse's Medical Fund. You'll see a picture of my parents there and the story about the wreck and everything so far. So that'd probably be the easiest way to find us.
You've been great about giving updates on your dad, and I appreciate that because as people contribute, they care. They want to know, how he's doing, and I know that a lot of people love your dad. I was able to do enough investigation as a former police officer to see a lot of very positive comments about Kelly, and I know that people love him dearly.
They do. He's one of those guys around town that is truly just a friend to everybody. And if he doesn't know you, he'll be your friend by the end of the day. One thing I shared on the GoFundMe, which I just think is absolutely his personality too, in one sentence, is that in the beginning, he wasn't able to talk. We were trying to hand signal, and I couldn't figure out what he was trying to tell me. So we got him a dry erase board. And the first thing he asked was about the other driver. And I just think that says so much about exactly who my dad is. And also, just so your listeners know, the other driver was able to walk away from the accident miraculously. And we're so thankful for that. But I just wanted to share that is absolutely my dad's personality, asking about the other guy first.
That is a great statement to his character. And I know that he has at least one granddaughter.
Just one so far.
Okay.
I have a younger sister, Erica. She's in this journey with us as well. And my daughter is my parents' first grandbaby. And that brings up another blessing. I think in that shirt, she's wearing a Harley Davidson because my dad's a true Harley Davidson fan. The day before, he had ridden his motorcycle to work. And this morning was a cooler morning, and he decided to take his truck. So just things like that are little blessings we are seeing from God, because it could have been so much worse.
Well, and we want to make sure that Kelly gets back to his family to enjoy that granddaughter, to do the things that he loves to do. And obviously, Meagan, that's why we're here. And I want to send a message out to Kelly right now because I think that me and him would be pretty quick friends. And Kelly, I'm here for you through the Mark White Show. I appreciate the fact that my cousin Amanda shared this fundraiser so that I could connect with your daughter Meagan and talk to her today. And you're in our prayers, buddy, you and your wife. And I want you to recover well. All the best to you. And anything I can do to help through the Mark White Show, Kelly, I want you to know that I'm here. Meagan can reach out to me. And Meagan, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk to you, to be able to share this fundraiser with listeners to help spread the word, not just in Ballinger, San Angelo, Abilene, San Antonio, Texas, but beyond those areas to people who want to help and don't have a clue who your dad is, but they just know that they need to help during this time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And as I mentioned before, prayers are just as equal. We thank you for the prayers, the thoughts, the happy messages, everything. We're just so thankful for everyone.
Now, Meagan, I know that there are going to be people listening in San Angelo and Ballinger to this show. For those who are in that area that can get to a local bank, I believe that a fundraiser has been set up there as well, right?
Yes. So the GoFundMe is linked to a new account that Mom set up. It's under Elizabeth Monse, Monse. The details, though, are in the GoFundMe page. You could probably find them easier there. And there's also, like I said, there's going to be a bake sale this Saturday in Ballinger. And I think there's a spaghetti dinner on Tuesday in Ballinger. So if you're in the area, you can look around Ballinger News and you'll find a couple ways if you want to stop by.
That's excellent. And you may be posting that on the GoFundMe as well. Is that possible that you'll post those events?
Yes, I sure will. That's a good idea.
Excellent. I want people to go to GoFundMe.com and search Monse's Medical Fund. Monse is spelled Monse, and in the title, it's MONSE''S, Medical Fund. You can support Kelly Monse and his family. Again, we want to wish Kelly and Elizabeth a happy 30 or 31st or 32nd or whatever it is anniversary coming up on Friday. So congratulations to them on that milestone as a married couple. And I know that you love your parents dearly, and we all want the best for them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Folks, here on the Mark White Show, we are recognizing people like Kelly Monse and the difference that he's made in his community. Well-loved person. If this show is impacting you, I want you to share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors. Let them know about the Mark White Show and what we're doing to make a difference in our communities, not just in Alabama, but around the country and the world. You can follow the Mark White Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and subscribe to the Mark White Show podcast via Apple iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Blueberry, YouTube, and TuneIn Radio. You have been listening to another edition of the Mark White Show, and this is Mark White, encouraging you to find your purpose by making a difference in someone's life today.
Who live and love in my hometown. These are my kind of people.
Located in Tuscumbia, Alabama, the Alabama Music Hall of Fame honors Alabama's music achievers. You can even go into the recording studio and try out your talents as a singer. That's the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, located at 617 Highway 72 West in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give them a call at 256-381-4417. Check them out on the web at alamhof.org. With a house surrounded by pine trees planted in 1961, April and I knew it was time to do something about it. So we called James Paul. With over 25 years in the business, James Paul Tree Service offers their knowledge and experience, along with honesty and dependability, which gives you peace of mind when it comes to tree removal, tree cleanup, and clearing. Give James Paul a call at 256-777-0711.
Before they fall, give James Paul a call.
Boutique Air in Muscle Shoals, Alabama offers direct flights to Atlanta and Pensacola. Boutique Air service runs twice daily, 7 days a week, with fares starting at $59. Follow Boutique Air Muscle Shoals on Facebook at Boutique Air MSL and book your flight through boutiqueair.com. Boutique Air.
where you can fly private for the cost of commercial.
Is it time for a haircut? Go see my friends Philip Butler and B.H. Parker at Southwind Barbershop, located at 1637 Lee Street in Rogersville, Alabama. Give them a call at 256-247-5658. That's 256-247-5658.
Oh, won't you hear me, people, when I say, well, let's all do something good today. Something good today.